featuring 100 authors from around the nation. And the best part, y'all, it is free. So let's get into the nooks and crannies of this event. Welcome Lily Gonzalez and Adrian Todd Zuniga. Y'all are kicking things off with a special 21 and over event. It's a combination of a lot of literary fun happening tonight. Tell me all about that.
Yeah, so it's essentially what I'm calling a block party for people who love to read and people who love books. And it all kicks off at 6 p.m. at La Zona, right next to Texas Public Radio, and then indoors for a worth repeating version with storytellers and festival authors at 7. And then it ends at 8 p.m. at Legacy Park with the return of Literary Deathmatch to San Antonio.
And Adrian, I know you're pumped about that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I toured all over the world. We've done it in 80 places, cities, and it's 4 authors reading their own work for 5 minutes or less, judged by 3 all-star judges in the categories of literary merit, performance, and intangibles.
Wow, y'all are, I love the categories.
On it, yeah, and then and they say lovely, strange things about each author. 2 go to the finals. They play a vaguely literary game, and the winner wins literary immortality and the medal in my pocket, which is worth $7.
Okay, 7,000. We can pretend.
Yeah, we can pretend. So, yeah.
I like what you said. You'll be immortal, kind of like Nicolas Cage in the movie we just saw. You know,
yeah,
vampire
exactly.
life right there. But it seems like there is so much going on, but it's important to highlight books and reading and literacy. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, so one of my favorite things to say about the festival is that you don't have to have read any of the books featured in our lineup. What we do at the book festival is we present great conversations. So come on down on Saturday to the Central Library in the UTSA Southwest campus, and you're going to hear wonderful, stimulating conversations all day long that you'll be talking about with your family and friends for the rest of the year.
How fun. And Adrian, there's a part dedicated to children as well, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing literary deathmatch. I'm just here to blow everybody away from an adult standpoint and make them be like, wow, I had no idea that reading could be this fun and exciting.
We love that. But Lily, the kids too, as much as the adults are going to have fun tonight.
That's right. That's the beauty of the San Antonio Book Festival, is that it's truly a family-friendly event, and we have activities and books and sessions for everybody in the family, from the littlest one to, you know, grandma and grandpa.
So cool. I love that variety. And how did y'all pick the authors? You selected them, or, you know, what went into that?
Yeah, so the books featured at the festival cannot be older than a year, and we have a fabulous literary director, Anna Dobbin, who's in charge of selecting the authors in the lineup.
Oh, very special. So, okay, I love the situation of it can't be older than a year. So very relevant to right now to what is trending. And there's a lot of bookworms in our audience. We have the book club, so I hope you guys head out there. It's happening tomorrow, but tonight is the super fun 21 and over event only. So tomorrow, y'all, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. over at the Central Library and UTSA Southwest campus. You guys can visit their website for more information as well. Remember, y'all, it is free. But right now, I'm with Adrianna Cuevas. You are the latest author of Ghost of Rancho Espanto.
Yes.
What inspired this book?
It was actually inspired by some volunteer work I did at a small library in northern New Mexico. And I got to stay in a very rundown trailer with scary orange carpet and sort through boxes of books that were filled with cockroaches. But I started to learn about the history of the ranch, and it was filled with ghost stories. And I thought that would be a fantastic thing to drop a boy from Miami, Florida on this ranch and have him try to figure out if these ghost stories were true.
Ooh, I have like little chills all over my body. But very relatable. I grew up in a Mexican household, always hearing ghost stories of my mother's childhood. And whenever I go to her hometown, I'm like, oh, you know, you're already kind of fearing these things.
Yes.
So it's really neat that you also experienced this. So this book, you say, is for like 3rd graders and up?
Yeah, up to 6th grade usually is middle grade.
But we say everyone.
It's for everyone. Everyone should read it. Yes.
That sounds really fun. I'm going to have to snag that up for a very special young boy in my life.
Excellent.
And now we have something that is nonfiction. We have Dean King. He is the author of Guardians of the Valley. Why did you want to focus on John Muir's life?
Well, I went to Yosemite Valley and looked at Inspiration Point, where you see Bridal Veil Falls and El Capitan, and I was inspired. You know, I wanted to write about that landscape. It really changed what I thought America was, it being an East Coast boy. And then John Muir was the person who embodied that landscape, and really, it turns out, created the beginnings of our environmental movement.
The national parks, right? The national park system. That is so cool. And we have a bunch here in Texas as well. So what kinds of things will people find out or learn in this book?
Well, Muir was a really exciting person. He's climbing through the Sierra Nevada and exploring and discovering that it was created by glaciers. And then eventually his editor for the magazine he wrote for in Century Magazine in New York City came and said, hey, you write me some articles and I'll take them down to Congress and we'll create a national park. And that's what they did.
How special. He put his mind to it. This is inspiring as well, it sounds like. Thank you for visiting us from West Virginia.
From Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. Well, thank you for making your way here. How can people get your book?
Great to be here. You can get it any independent bookstore, Amazon.
Or at the
all
book
normal
festival,
places.
right?
Book festival, heck
Tomorrow.
yeah.
And you as well tomorrow, but
Yes.
also your website or your social media, I'm sure.
Yes, and everywhere else as well, but always independent booksellers.
Super cool. Thank you both so much for being here. Very inspiring stories on both ends. Y'all keep it right here on Ken's 5.